overtime. OT, baby. And we are big and happy today because we're having a big and happy celebration. And I want to tell you why. If you saw the TV version of us, you know that Meg McCain is our new permanent co-host here. You know that Rachel Campos Duffy is also one of our brand new, now with us permanently as a Fox News contributor. And you know that Pete Hegseth has awesome purple socks.
Oh, thank you. So you toss a little bit at me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's all coordinating with the ladies.
Part of the color wheel.
Yes,
today.
I know. This is fun, right?
This is a really great color wheel, by the way.
They're zooming into your socks.
Thank you.
I know. I mean, it looks like you are. You have a special bracelet on that I hadn't noticed. What's going on?
I do. Well, Megan Brown, who's one of the producers here. Yeah, her sister Diem.
Book her for the show?
Yeah.
And you're
I wear that. I wear the remembrance bracelet.
Yeah, I know that.
Every day.
Everyone in my family wears one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's a nice honor.
It's for one guy that you know, but it's also to remember everybody else.
All right,
everything.
So I want to interview Megan on her first date.
Oh,
yes. And I want to watch.
Right? Okay, let's all turn. We're all turning.
Oh my gosh.
And we're
guys.
All right. And I'm going to give it my best. I'm going to give it my best Leslie Stahl.
Oh, wow.
60 minutes.
Leading questions.
Let me lean in. I'm going to lean in. Megan, what did you have for breakfast to get ready for your big day?
Oh, I had huevos rancheros.
Oh,
yeah. Got to get that protein in.
All right. Now, I know Leslie's deeper than this, but I'm just playing. I'm sure she'd get my humor here. Did you use a fork, spoon, or knife?
I used a fork.
Okay. Did you
Should I be breathy
yourself?
in my answer?
Please. Did you cook this yourself?
No, I got it across the street.
Tell me more about your day. What did you do to get ready for... I mean, you've been with us for a long time.
I'm just excited. I mean, I was glad I could finally tell people, and it's such an honor, and I love you too. And it's just, it's such an amazing. I mean, listen, I've been at Fox over almost a year and a half, and this was always my favorite show. But now I can say that now that I'm a permanent, it's the most fun. I think it's important to have smart, intelligent, news-based shows for women. In all sincerity, I take offense that women only want to talk about cooking and hair and fashion. Women want to know about the world. They're very politically involved, and it's an honor to be able to talk about hard news with women of America.
Can I just talk about that for a second? Because
yes, Leslie.
I thought this was all going to come to an end when the election actually took place. And now here we are days later. And still, it's difficult to have conversations about politics and about this election with friends and family or strangers on the street. Yeah. I mean, it is unbelievable the reactions that you get if you even challenge someone's thinking with absolutely no bias. But you just challenge someone's thinking as you do in regular conversation. I mean, I'm not pointing out anyone in particular, but it's unbelievable to me how
3 days after the election, I got paint thrown on my mailbox and a nastygram letter in my mailbox.
No, you did what?
Totally, yeah. People are just nasty.
Back in Minnesota?
Minnesota, yeah. But you know what I'll tell you this about Minnesota?
Hold
on, no, to the nicest. To the nicest. My neighbor, we live on 5 acres, so they can't really see my neighbor, but gave me a call out of the blue and said, I just want you to know, I don't know who did that, but that doesn't represent our neighborhood.
Wow.
We may not agree, but we support you and we love you.
They bring over a pie. That's so Minnesota.
I'm hoping that's coming.
Or hot dish.
Or hot dish.
No, it's really crazy. I had someone accost me outside the building. The first, I went here a year and a half. First time, last Wednesday.
What did they say?
I can't repeat it on air.
I remember. I saw you shortly after.
Yeah, I can't repeat it. I mean, people are being incredibly disrespectful.
I live in Trump country, so I don't have to worry.
Fair enough.
Karma is a karma.
Karma's karma.
Yeah. Also, if you think
you're... It's a thing. It's a witch. I can say that. Anyway, Swag Daddy 82. I kind of like that.
Swag Daddy.
That's my name, right? He says, and he wants to talk politics now. After bringing school choice and economic recovery to inner cities, Democrats will lose the lock on the black vote. That's an interesting comment.
Well, I think there's such a massive opportunity that if Donald Trump actually does deliver on things that improve the lives of that community that's been taken for granted, you could see a generational shift and a political shift.
And he said, give me a chance.
He did. And listen, 55% of Hispanics have voted for a conservative at one point in their life. This is a swing vote. I'm telling you, the opportunity for Trump, if he does what Obama promised he would do in the first 2 years, which is resolve immigration, I mean, this thing is like game changing. Because once you take immigration off the table, Hispanics like everything else you're doing. They like everything else. They love your tax plan. They love school choice.
Pro-life.
They are pro-life. They want religious liberty. I mean, you win.
They want to kill
Hispanics.
ISIS, too.
And they want to kill Texas.
But again, that's just an American thing.
Well, exactly. You know, I was going to say that point. I was in the Phoenix Veterans Day Parade randomly on Friday. I was a grand marshal. It was kind of fun. But you walk down that, and it is white faces and brown faces and black faces and Native American faces, and everyone's waving flags and love this country. Right. They're Americans just like everybody else.
That's right.
And they want, you know what I mean? So we factionalize people by race so quickly.
That's the left.
And that's such a sin.
Left does. They play this race card.
Yes.
And we're all Americans.
Yeah, I agree. I'm so jealous you're in Phoenix.
Well, I'm trying to find FaceTime and a Facebook Live, rather, and I'm going to ask our crew audibly here. Do you guys see it there in the booth?
It's been having some issues.
Yeah,
we're outnumbered overtime on the web, though, so if you're looking for us on Facebook, please join us there.
Yeah, well, I mean, our live chat is cooking. Big time.
Cooking with gas.
I'm not sure. I always like reading things out of context, like Paris Hilton's boyfriend. Do you think it's really him? Says, you can't make this stuff up. I don't know what they were talking about, but I love that line. You can't make this stuff up. And I also liked his name.
That's his handle, is Paris Hilton's boyfriend?
So I'm curious. Yes.
That I found it.
I'm curious to know how much Americans know about, they are familiar with Paul Ryan, but you hear the nomination of Keith Ellison as the party leader for the DNC, potentially. What does that mean to people? Do you think they even understand that?
I think unless it's someone that's hardcore with Bernie, they're going to have some problems.
Well, he is hardcore
with Bernie.
So Keith Ellison, I said it briefly in the show, but he's a Minneapolis congressman, first Muslim congressman, radical leftist, compared Bush to Hitler, has some questionable ties, some anti-Semitic ties, very leftist, democratic socialist type. So if they went with him, and he's going to be the face of the Democrat Party, they've made their bed. It's what their grassroots want. It's what their activists want. It's what the media wants. They want that contrast. I think it would play into Republican hands, because you think the working class voters of any race across the country relate to that perspective ultimately? I don't.
I don't think so. And I know the Democrats are so convinced that if they had run Bernie, they would have won. I'm not so sure. I mean, people might think he's a nice guy, and some of his ideas they might like, but in the end, he's a socialist. And we're a free enterprise country. I mean, I
want to hope we're not ready for that.
I hope
we are not. You don't elect. I mean,
no. This is what scares me. No. We're one generation away from total infection of youth with principles that do not reinforce our country.
God.
That's what make Trump. No, I follow this. Education, local schools, junior highs, high schools, and higher education. All those safe spaces are trickling down even lower. If you don't educate the next generation, you lose them. They think socialism works. They vote for it. We already saw it. So we can't just reflexively think it's going to happen.
But I also think that the outreach to them, I mean, we saw Barack Obama, then candidate, and his campaign completely outpaced then candidate Hillary Clinton, 8 years ago. And it was the online presence. It was kind of the predecessor, if you will, to what Donald Trump did with 28 million followers. I mean, he was having a more direct conversation in social media. Barack Obama's team was, and so you kind of fast forward that, and I'm hopeful that people will engage more in the voting process now that they're being reached more. Because if you're online, you're being reached. It's not like you have a pamphlet coming to your house.
Sure.
You have it in your hand. So I wonder, looking forward, how it's going to change even more.
I just hope he doesn't just use it to get back to the New York Times or whatever. I hope he uses it to educate people, because I think what Pete says is really important. I don't think America's youth really understand what has made America great, and it is free enterprise. It is American entrepreneurial capitalism. And who's going to teach that? Yeah. I mean, we thought it was going to be Paul. Paul Ryan was sort of like the heir, I think, to this message. He's going to have a voice now, but it still needs to come out of the president. And I'm not sure that Trump is as philosophical about it.
One conversation that's not being talked about as much is how this is not just a rejection of left policies, but it's a rejection of the cultural left as well. Yeah. That America doesn't want to change to a place where you can't say Merry Christmas or you're racist. If you say anything, you're homophobic and you're a bigot. And I think this is a rejection of all the PC police. And by the way, I watch Bill Maher because I find I want to see all perspectives. He admitted to this on his show over the weekend. He said, I think this helped breed Donald Trump, the fact that you can't say anything without someone getting offended, and it's a vast rejection of that as well.
Yes.
Wow.
Interesting.
All right, we have a very healthy following on our live chat page, and we're grateful for that.
Hi, Mom.
So as we kind of wrap it up.
Mom watches.
Any final thoughts you want to say?
No, I'm pumped. I'm so excited.
Yay, Meg McCain.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Great choice.
Thank you.
Perfect choice.
Thank you, Rachel.
Well, great choice from us here at Fox, I think, for both of you. Right? We're all blessed because we're together here. All right. Well, good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Keep those socks.
Keep rocking them for you.
Those are a
Deal.
10.
Keepers.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.